the government is actually lying to us. Tell me about the orbs. What are these orbs? What's flying around our homes?
I don't know, dude.
We need answers, and we need answers now.
This one will be seen.
You wanna go drive?
Oh, what the fuck? It blew up.
New Jersey skies have become a hotspot for unexplained sightings. And now, a terrifying UFO has been caught on camera crashing onto a beach. This isn't just another blurry light in the sky. Witnesses report glowing orbs, flashing lights, and even flying saucers. Experts are examining the footage closely, and it offers rare insight into events that go beyond rumors. From leaked clips to mysterious crash sites, the evidence is mounting. And New Jersey is at the center of it all. Mysterious UFO crash in New Jersey.
What in the is that, dude?
This thing goes crazy, and then after this tornado actually goes away.
What the Look at that, holy shit!
It's aliens. It's literally aliens.
It's definitely some on top one.
A mysterious crash on a New Jersey beach in 2013 has reopened a lot of debates about extraterrestrial visitors, especially after a grainy video started circulating online this week. The footage shows what seems to be a small, disc-like craft resting near a strand of trees. The clip quickly went viral, prompting a wave of speculation from ufologists, local residents, and amateur investigators. According to multiple eyewitness accounts, the object was discovered after a loud, unexplained thump shook nearby patrols. When authorities and curious locals reached the site, they found a craft whose outer shell was torn open but, oddly, showed no typical signs of a high-speed impact. There were no deep gouges in the earth, scorched vegetation, or debris field. The small craft that was found on the beach had its structure ripped, but there was minimal impact evidence. Many critics and investigators said that it looked like an escape pod, which is an independent module that might separate from a larger vehicle. But skeptics say that this object doesn't look like any known human aircraft or aerospace technology. But UFO enthusiasts have paid more attention to it and suspect that there's something more to it. This is especially because the craft lacks any human design features. The object had no wings, exhaust port, propeller, or visible propulsion system. And that's consistent with a terrestrial craft. Many have noticed that there was nothing on this strange craft that looks like it was made by humans. Some theorists are suggesting that the object could be a fragment of a much larger non-human vehicle passing through Earth's atmosphere. It might have been a scouting module that either failed or detached and made a controlled descent. Local officials didn't confirm the recovery of any materials or biological remains, and the state agencies continued to cover this up. Although the video is now everywhere on the internet, no one knows what happened to this object. If such an object arrived intact, the question now is, where did it come from? And did anyone recover it? But this UFO crash is just the latest in a long string of UFO sightings that have been plaguing New Jersey. In fact, it seems like there have been a lot of sightings last year alone, causing UFO enthusiasts and scientists to suspect that there's something attracting alien activity to this region. New Jersey recent sightings.
What the f? And we are back. Drone in the air and motherfucking orbs in the f***ing distance. What the f? Red orbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like they're coming from whatever the f that is.
In 2024, the skies over New Jersey quickly became the stage for a wave of eerie, unexplained sightings. Residents have spotted different UFOs which looked like orbs of light and strange, circular reddish glows. It started as scattered reports, but when putting all the pieces together, you get a full-blown mystery that draws the attention of federal agents, locals, and ufologists alike. Across North and Central Jersey, many people have described encountering glowing orbs that hover silently before changing shape or color. In several accounts, the lights seem to split, pulse, or morph as if they were not merely drones. Some say that they found plasmoids, which are glowing spheres of plasma that transform into mechanical objects mid-flight. One witness even said that he saw a red and green orb develop into what looked like a drone, bringing up more questions about whether alien technology can mask itself as human. Communities along the Raritan River, in Morris and Somerset counties, and around Picatinny Arsenal have reported dozens of sightings. These lights appeared in clusters starting November 2024, sometimes flying in coordinated formations at low altitudes. Sometimes the glowing orb will hover for hours, shift direction without decelerating, and even seem to evade detection. Residents in New Jersey are deeply concerned about these UFO sightings, but officials always say that they're common drones, manned aircraft, or celestial objects. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security say that there's no evidence that these strange orbs are a national security threat. But their answer isn't satisfying. For some, the orbs don't behave like normal drones as they flicker, vanish, and then reappear elsewhere. But this isn't the first time that New Jersey has dealt with many UFO sightings that have raised eyebrows. One of these happened back in 1966, when New Jersey residents were running helter-skelter because of UFOs. Wanake Reservoir Incident. On the evening of January 11, 1966, the quiet community around the Wanake Reservoir in New Jersey was shaken by an extraordinary event. There was a glowing, egg-shaped craft hovering silently over the ice-covered water, casting a brilliant, pulsating light. Witnesses, including police officers, town officials, and local residents, described the object as changing color between white, red, blue, and green, and performing abrupt, deliberate movements in the sky. As reports flooded in from across the area, something shocking happened. The mysterious light was burning a hole in the reservoir's frozen surface. One of the patrolmen, Joseph Sisko, along with civic leaders, climbed the Raymond Dam to investigate and watched as a beam of light shot down from the object, as if it was focused from a porthole, directly into the ice. The sighting lasted over an hour, with residents calling police, civil defense, and local government. Some said that this craft was egg-shaped and hovering just a few hundred feet above the reservoir in a pattern that seemed more than random. The next morning, there was something strange. More people saw the object again. This time, it was moving silently over nearby hills before vanishing into the night. Lights above the New Jersey Turnpike.
Lights in the sky over New Jersey. Many people have come forward to say they saw flickering golden lights over Arthur Kill near Carteret last night. The police have been unable to identify the source, and Newark Airport officials say there were no unusual flight patterns in the area at the time. 911 got dozens of calls from eyewitnesses to report the bizarre orange flares in the sky.
I wasn't alarmed, but in any case, because for the simple fact that it was peaceful.
Very peaceful, very serene, very beautiful, and I just think we witnessed some type of miracle of phenomenon. Absolutely.
Now the whole thing has others absolutely baffled. A meteorologist with the National Weather Service says there was nothing in the weather to cause the unexplained.
On the night of July 14, 2001, motorists driving along the New Jersey Turnpike near Carteret say they were stunned by a formation of mysterious lights. At around 12:15 a.m., dozens of witnesses, including Carteret Police Lieutenant Daniel Tarrant, pulled their cars to the shoulder to watch what were orange and yellow lights arranged in a V shape. This wasn't just a flashing light that can be mistaken for a trick of the light. Instead, the lights hovered silently for about 10 to 15 minutes in the same shape, and exhibited no features that are expected from a conventional aircraft. Some say that they saw 16 lights making up the formation, while others noticed that the lights seemed to scatter or shift before finally fading out. When the lights were spotted, some skeptics wanted to brush it off, saying that there might be aircraft activity in the area. But the air traffic controllers denied any aircraft activity in the area at the time. UFO investigators in the area also revealed that there was radar data from that area that showed anomalies. The objects without transponders matched the timing and location of the mass sighting. The event in New Jersey also attracted the attention of many people because of the large number of credible witnesses who had spotted these lights. There were many drivers and officers, and it happened near major urban and aviation infrastructure. 1952 Flying Saucer.
There had been sightings made from the ground. There had been a radar observation. It happened on a Saturday night, and it was carried in the papers throughout the country the next day, the reports of the sightings. And that didn't cause too much of a stir. However, the following Saturday night, the same thing happened. The ground radar at Washington International was picking up UFO returns. People were reporting sightings of strange lights in the sky.
In the summer of 1952, an extraordinary report emerged. There was a large disc-shaped object seen flying erratically over the Delaware River near Trenton, New Jersey. Witnesses claimed the craft hovered low, moved in unnatural patterns, and appeared unmistakably not like any conventional aircraft of the time. The year 1952 was a pivotal one in American UFO history, a period known as the 1952 Flap, during which dozens of flying disc sightings were reported across the country. In fact, Project 1947, a private UFO research organization, has documents recording several sightings in New Jersey that summer. On July 1st, observers near Fort Monmouth tracked two shiny, oval-shaped objects by radar, and scientists are yet to understand and explain what they saw till today. Of course, many people don't believe that they really saw UFOs. Skeptics have said that there might have been radar anomalies caused by temperature inversions or unusual atmospheric conditions. But the velocity, shape, and number of lights in New Jersey that summer were nothing like the weather phenomena and conventional aircraft. You might think there's no proof of the UFO sightings in 1952, but in that same year, a witness took photos of a flying saucer, and that remains one of the strongest pieces of evidence. Passaic UFO photographs. In Passaic, New Jersey, on July 31, 1952, local resident George J. Stock claimed he witnessed a strange disc-shaped aircraft hovering in the sky and managed to photograph it. He and his companion, John H. Riley, realized that the object was silent and metallic, with a distinctive semi-transparent dome protruding from its top. Riley reported that the craft was hovering at an altitude of about 200 feet before tilting, as if it was actually observing the ground. Then suddenly, it accelerated and disappeared into the distance. The duo had also developed several images of the object, with some showing the disk in mid-hover and others capturing it at odd angles. The disk was described as approximately 30 feet across and of a dull gray color. The pair went to considerable lengths to document their sighting, with Riley, a photographer, later testifying that he used a Kodak Duoflex Dessus to capture the images. The United States Air Force took interest in the case. An investigator, Special Agent George H. Wirtz of the Air Force Office of Special Investigation, sketched the saucer based on Stock's testimony and the photographs. Despite their efforts, they still couldn't find out the truth of the photograph. Over the decades, the photo has remained one of the most important pieces of evidence in New Jersey UFO circles. Kevin D. Randall, a well-known ufologist, described them as among the most spectacular images taken during the 1952 UFO flap. About 3 decades later, New Jersey was facing another UFO wave, similar to the ones noticed in 1952 and recently in 2024. It seems like New Jersey has a rich history of UFO waves. 1982 Hudson Valley UFO wave. In the early 1980s, residents of the Hudson Valley region and other parts of New Jersey found themselves witnesses to an extraordinary phenomenon now known as the Hudson Valley UFO wave. Between 1982 and 1986, thousands reported seeing enormous, silent, triangular, or boomerang-shaped craft, often emblazoned with pulsating multicolored lights, gliding slowly through the night sky. The first sighting happened on New Year's Eve, 1982, when a retired police officer observed a massive V-shaped object hovering above Route 9 in Kent, New York. It carried red, green, and white lights along its edges and emitted no noise expected from a normal aircraft. As the months passed, there were even worse reports. On the night of March 24, 1983, more than 300 witnesses flooded local police and media with calls. All the calls described the same eerie, low-flying formation. In fact, the eyewitness accounts were strangely accurate. They described the craft as immense. Some said it was larger than a football field and capable of movements no known aircraft could perform. It would hover motionless, then make sudden sharp turns, accelerate in the blink of an eye, or execute tight, silent pivots. Even if thousands of people saw it, the government didn't have an official explanation, and all the investigations revealed nothing. As you can expect, skeptics offered a more mundane theory, saying that there was a formation of light airplanes from the nearby airport. But when looking at the movements of the lights, it's clear that this wasn't just an airplane. Meanwhile, in Poland, something similar to what was seen in New Jersey was spotted, as someone secretly uploaded a video of a flying saucer. New York UFO sighting.
Well, there's a new report that says there have been more than 60 UFO sightings in New York State this year. So, are aliens real?
In the first half of 2025, New York's skies saw a sharp uptick in the reports of UFOs. According to data from the National UFO Reporting Center, there were 66 separate UAP sightings across the state between January and June. These reports came from multiple locations, whether it's Chester, Evans Mills, or even New York City. Witnesses have seen many strange objects moving in ways that we can't explain as humans. One resident in Chester saw 2 fast-moving white orbs that suddenly executed a sharp 90-degree turn before morphing into dark, aerodynamic shapes. In another striking incident, a passenger aboard a commercial flight near New York City said they saw a metallic sphere flying about 100 to 200 feet below the plane. The object appeared smooth, silent, and unlike any balloon or aircraft. In upstate New York, a report filed with the UAP Sightings Reporting System detailed 3 drone-like objects observed near Katona in December 2024. These objects bore red, green, and white lights on their sides, moved quietly at low altitude, and did not show up on standard flight tracking systems. But the government has given some explanations, saying that these are clusters of unidentified drones. Meanwhile, the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office released a report acknowledging 21 incidents that could not be easily explained, including orbs, cylinders, and triangles, though the agency has found no conclusive evidence of alien technology. Aside from New York, Pennsylvania has also seen a few UFO sightings that are similar to what has crashed in New Jersey. Pennsylvania UFO sighting. In recent years, Pennsylvania has seen a surge of unusual aerial activity, with dozens of unexplained sightings reported across the state. According to data compiled by the National UFO Reporting Center, there were 29 reported UFO sightings in Pennsylvania in 2024 alone, spanning towns from Richland Township to Philadelphia. One common report among all these appearances is the low-level orbs. These glowing spheres hover, dart, and vanish suddenly. In January, a resident of Clearfield County reported a solid white orb just 20 feet above the ground before it shot upward. Roughly a week later, another witness saw a large orange sphere that paused mid-air and then accelerated away at an impossible speed. These encounters have added an unsettling dimension. On July 2, 2024, two vehicles stalled on a highway when a cylindrical UFO flew overhead. That same year, a triangular craft with 3 orange lights and a red beacon was observed gliding silently above the turnpike. In a separate incident, a resident near Ligonier captured an orb that changed colors, cycling through purple, yellow, green, amber, red, and blue, while hovering just 500 feet in the sky, with no sound or visible propulsion. Experts are also paying attention to the UFO sightings in Delaware, which is also close to New Jersey. Delaware UFO sighting. In recent months, Delaware has emerged as part of a broader regional wave of UFO reports. Around December 2024, residents in Newcastle County, including areas near Dover Air Force Base, reported a number of mysterious aerial objects. One particularly striking incident occurred in April 2024, when a glowing blue light was captured descending into the Delaware River near Philadelphia. Multiple witnesses posted videos showing the object moving slowly and then appearing to dip into the river, fueling speculation that it was more than an ordinary drone. Some onlookers have suggested it could be a drone with LED lighting, but others maintain the behavior was too unusual to dismiss easily. Meanwhile, public interest and concern have drawn in experts. In November 2024, witnesses testified before lawmakers that the U.S. may be running secret UAP programs, adding a political and military dimension to the sightings in Delaware. Despite this, all the investigations by the Pentagon revealed that there was no evidence of alien technology. Still, experts in New Jersey and its neighboring states continue to investigate these UFOs. The terrifying UFO in New Jersey has been caught on camera crashing into a beach. But that's not all. From last year till now, New Jersey has been facing another UFO wave, similar to the ones that happened in 1952 and 1982. What do you think the high rate of UFO sightings means for New Jersey? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. So, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one.